Moving on, citizens to be heard.
Ready?
Carrie, I think you were first, Carrie.
I just wanted to hear about the school.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Rodney, you had your questions before?
Yeah.
Questions?
Me and Deb were just here for the gal with moving the schoolhouse in.
Oh, okay. That's coming on later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you can do it now. Well,
She's coming, isn't she?
no, she's not. She left a letter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a letter here. And
Everybody has a copy.
Well,
of
let's
it.
get into
So you
that
can
then.
do that now if you want. Somebody let me.
Well, that sounds like a pretty good idea to me.
yeah, I think so.
Okay, her name is Sandra Kessler Host, and her parents are Walter and Maxine Kessler, and they have been in the area since 1874. I currently live in Council Bluffs, and I would like to read a short excerpt from my book, and she's about to publish it, and it is really cool. It's about this thick, it's this size, and that thick, and lots of pictures and colored certificates and a lot of things from the school. The book contains the history of the Iowa rural school system, on how it was planned, operated, and maintained. It illustrates why the system was considered the most advanced in the country, making Iowa top in literacy by 1900 and able to remain in the top 5 states to the present time. The author takes a representative school, Richland No. 1 in Sac County, Iowa, near Odebolt, out of the 12,623 rural schools in the system, and documents the Richland No. 1 community made up of 12 enduring German pioneer families and helpers through 3 generations. It allows the reader to understand the system over time. Rural schools served as the glue for communities to form around them. These communities were dotted across Iowa and became the heart and soul of Iowa. Now there are less than 200 rural schools restored as museums across Iowa, and few of those have the records of their school or surrounding neighborhood. There are very few schools left to restore, and those that are left require extensive restoration. Richland No. 1 stands on the Curtis and Carol Rash Farm, and they are willing to donate the school for restoration. The school is an excellent representative country school. It was the first school built in Richland Township and was never changed structurally over its operating life. Most of the furnishings have been located, and it has original school records and thorough documentation of students, teachers, pictures, memorabilia, and most importantly, the documentation of the people who built, operated, and maintained it for 3 generations from 1883 to 1951. The alumni of Richland No. 1 include the Petersmeyer, which are the Cracker Jack Connection, which started Odebolt on the road of being the popcorn center of the world, 2 government elected officials, Dwight and Jim Meyer, the recently retired mayor of Arthur, Lois Kessler Oxendale, and many other outstanding civic leaders. I know of no other school and its participants that are as extensively documented. It is my hope that we can develop this history around our rural schools in this area as well. Like Wheeler No. 8, that was the last rural school to close in Sac County in 1957. We need to build a legacy of rural history. With more of our young people moving to the cities, we need to educate them about the accomplishments and the sacrifices of the past and develop pride in their rural heritage. There are many of us who went to country school who enjoy the memories and the opportunity to share with others. Our goal in Iowa should be to connect the restored country schools in a way that trips could be taken as part of tourism to promote the state of Iowa. We are asking you to consider allowing Richland No. 1 to be moved to the open space in the downtown area near the museum and be restored, and approve grants for this purpose. We see this effort as a supplement to the Odebolt Historical Museum. We are planning a community meeting on Friday, December 10th at 1:30 p.m. at the Odebolt Methodist Church to see how many citizens would support a rural legacy project in Odebolt. Thank you for allowing her to address you.
Okay. Any comments?
Back off. I graduated from 8th grade elementary school. Teacher got paid $75 a month for 12 grades.
You can't
Or
disagree
8th
with
grade.
with what they want to do, but what are they
Well, right now, they're not asking the city for any money. They're just asking the city, right now, she will
Yeah.
proceed with grant applications if the council gives approval
Yeah.
to bring the building in.
Of course, there.
Yeah, that was her first, and then she said afterwards, maybe the council would have other meetings of other ideas of other locations. She said
Somewhere
doesn't have
along
to
the
be
line,
there.
it said they had 25,000.
Yeah, she said that she's got 25,000 committed.
Yeah.
And she was gonna apply for the Sac County Endowment grant. I don't know, and she's done a lot of work up on it. That grant is due the 10th, and then there'd be competition between that and the park.
Is there a particular reason why it can't be developed where it's at?
Probably lack of traffic.
And it's clear in the back of Rash's place.
Okay,
But
I'm
I-
just curious.
I think along the same lines as Keith, it was a rural school.
Yeah.
Maybe there'd be something along a hard surfaced road that would be an attractive place for him to start this museum for the school. I don't know if that.
I right now have no opinion on this, that's why I'm here,
Mm.
trying to get one, or whatever. That's, I really don't know that much about it, that's why I'm here.
Yeah, I would think so too, a setting where it would be in its natural setting.
I picture, I think, didn't a development committee or something purchase 7 acres right on the edge of town? Do they still own that?
No, I think that's all gone back into farmland. I think they sold it.
I think you could
Younger.
set your entire setting with.
But that, to me, that'd be an ideal setting for something like
Yeah,
that.
you're right.
Playground.
I mean, it's within a half a mile of Odie Bowl, so for a tour of the museum we have, as I say, it's a rural setting, that's what it should stay at.
Yeah.
In my
I
view.
like that idea.
I don't want to discourage him, but I don't know if across from, our new green space is the correct place for it. And I have seen her presentation. She was at Rotary probably 6 months ago. I'm talking about Sandra. And it's quite amazing what they have done. They do have a lot of furniture and the desks,
Yeah.
all this stuff.
It sounds like if they find a spot, they're ready to go. It's intriguing. I think it's a plus for this particular area, but I agree with it. Is that the place for it?
She was
Maybe
also back.
there'd be possibility of some land along the blacktop out here close. If
Mhm.
someone would sell a parcel, put it on it.
A little short area that's usually beams out there, right there by the sign.
Or not Joe Hager, Joe Hager.
Yeah.
And worth exploring anyway.
I just think that would,
Well, she wanted to
It's-
plant a few seeds, and then she maybe could address the council in January or something.
I think that'd be, I
certainly
think that
will.
would be interesting. I would welcome that.
Okay, all right. We will-
And maybe that's an
Leave it at
idea
that.
that they would come up with.
What do you think, Carrie? Are you still, you're in the thinking process?
I'm always thinking, I guess, and I don't know, I don't think I want it across the street from the museum either, and I'm like you guys, I'm surely not against it, but I think we're gonna have a lot of money in an old wooden building,
Right.
and then,
It's gonna need constant upkeep.
and if it's sitting out in the country by itself, are you gonna need restrooms?
Yeah.
I can just think of a lot of things,
Yeah.
wiring, security,
The whole, yeah, I agree.
just a ton of things.
But then the whole thing
We have
too
the
is,
deputy sheriff circle and it all.
there you go.
The only other place I could think of would maybe is a room behind the Peterson Pioneer Home. And I don't, that's just a thought.
It's a pretty good sized building.
Yeah, we drove out by it, but we did
Yeah.
not drive up
I
to
don't
it.
think that would fit back there.
I think
I
in the
don't-
rural
I-
setting too, it gives that feeling of what you guys went to those schools,
Yeah,
wouldn't it?
yeah, it would be kind of neat.
Yeah, I don't wanna discourage her, but I don't know where to put it in.
I suppose
We
the
could
mother
put in the
may-
old-fashioned restroom facilities.
Huh? Yeah, we had restrooms.
You might have to talk to the DNR about that, too.
I was just throwing that out there, guys. Just throwing that out there.
I said, I don't know what I think right now, really, to tell you the truth.
Well, do we
Like I
want
said,
to
I
leave
don't
it
wanna
to
discourage
I
her.
think
have her
we'll,
come back in January?
yeah,
Let's do
and
that.
she does have this
Yeah.
meeting lined up for,
I think something we shouldn't ignore.
You keep thinking, Curry.
that's what you do best.
Yeah.
Gary, we value your opinion, you know that.
Might make some more work for him.
I think my summer's full.
I think so.